Alrighty, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Serving Nerve, where we talk about whatever we want, and today we're going to be going through Jelly Bean Sweets, yes, that iconic new Nikocado Avocado sort who is playing the realms of TikTok. Basically, the gist of her is that she's like a mukbanger on TikTok who creates these videos eating insane amounts of food. She used to be a super fit, kind of dancing, like, kind of YouTuber who seemed a lot more healthy, and also was even, like, going against specific trends pertaining to more, like, unhealthy behaviors, as said in some comments. But now she's just kind of gone off into a completely different scene of, you know, eating on camera for views because it gets you a lot of money. So, today we're going to be going through some of her content, and I'm going to explain, why it's kind of, like, a little bit overblown, but at the same time, it's a little degenerate in some regards, like especially if you understand the ramifications of excessive mukbangs, and her sudden weight gain is indicative of her overconsumption, alongside the fact that a lot of people assume, and we all are very certain of, the fact that a lot of this content is kind of like feeder content, fetishized content. Obviously, getting somebody's rocks off, well, you're gaining some stone, as the British would say. So yeah, we're just gonna get into some of these videos and kind of break down, like, the spielio dealio of what's going down with all this. So yeah, let's get into it. Oh, I also have a can. How fun. Mine is ethanol based. I need a drink for this. If I'm gonna be doing this, I need a drink, okay? This is gonna be stressing me out. Bro, you can't even taste it at that point. I'm calling this out, alright? If you're gonna guzzle, like, soda, there's a certain point where you can't even taste the quantity of soda that's going down your pie hole. These kinds of beverages are sippables. Enjoy them, indulge, and this is the problem. One thing I really don't like about mukbang content in general is the fact that a lot of people just don't savor their food. It's like they just consistently, like, eat, like, in massive bitefuls food, like, excessive amounts, like a burrito in, like, 3 bites. You don't even get to taste it at that point. It's not even fun. The other issue, in my opinion, with a lot of mukbang channels is a lot of them don't really eat the food that they display eating. They'll either, chew it up and spit it out, or they will, perform other compensatory behaviors, and it's, like, not a vibe. It's incredibly, like, disordered, in my opinion, and it really does pave the way for, like, disordered eating patterns, because it's an abnormal amount of food to eat, promotes binge eating. There's actually this story of a mukbanger that I read who died from eating on camera. She was, like, excessively eating, so much so that her stomach actually started bleeding, went to the hospital, next day did a mukbang, and she died, unfortunately. And I'm not trying to be dramatic when I say that. It's a very extreme case. And I know that's an extreme case. I'm just saying there are some individuals who, with this mukbang thing, they take it really, really far. They take it so far because they either want the views, the money, or they have maybe, like, an addiction to eating excessive amounts of food. And sometimes those extremes can put them into severe morbid obesity, like Nikocado Avocado, or it can even kill you through overconsumption. And then you have this dame here who, in my opinion, like, she doesn't look bad or anything like that, but she's had drastic weight gain over the course of her TikTok journey because she's been eating excessive amounts of food, like, online. So again, it's not healthy to be eating excessive sums of food just so that you can get notoriety online. Personally, I don't see anything wrong with doing a couple mukbangs or something like that, or even doing mukbangs every day if you can actually make it so that they're healthy. But the problem is there's always an excessive food, excessive overconsumption, unhealthy stuff, because that's what people want to see. People want to see, like, 80 pounds of cheese dripping out of, like, a deep fried burrito, and they want to, like, jerk off to it. That's the vibe here. I'm not one to talk because I think I have a mukbang on my channel, and I've considered doing a couple here and there just more for, like, vlogging purposes, for cooking videos and whatnot. And even with that kind of content, I'm a little apprehensive because I don't really like the idea of promoting excessive consumption to individuals online or making it seem unrealistic considering what I and other people eat in general, I guess. But I guess I'm overcomplicating this. Point is, yeah, mukbangs, I'm not really into them. I don't like the idea of excessive overconsumption, and we are going to be getting into a few mukbangers, just weird stuff. This is just one of the ones that I've seen as of recent. People are calling her the new Nikocado Avocado. Personally, I'd hope that not to be the case. I don't think she'll take it that far, but there is a lot of, like, fetishy overconsumption here, and we're going to kind of go into it and explain that as we break this down. I'm sorry that I was rambling. It's just so annoying. And this is the thing. It's obviously like ASMR sounds as well. So if you like that kind of ASMR sound, you're going to be attracted to this content. It's big bites. It's usually food getting all over the face, sauce dripping all over your hands. I know this isn't the best example of that, but you get what I'm saying. And in general, it's very like provocative material for people who are into those kinds of things. I'm not saying it's like super sexual. I'm just saying it's kind of that to some people. So this is the thing, it's just eating on camera. So I'm just saying, it's not like every video has her with like sauce dripping all over her mouth and stuff, but a lot of people are finding that her weight gain, like if you can't see on this thing, her weight gain's a little excessive. You know, in multiple videos, she's obviously got her belly hanging out in some of them. And obviously, like, it's kind of odd because for a sequence, you'll find that she's wearing the same shirts. So in 3 videos, she'll be wearing this pink shirt right here. But I think they do make a lot of money getting these views on TikTok consistently over a course of time. I could be wrong, but that's why I think they're doing all this content as well. It does make them a lot of money in the long run. It will make them significant sums of money if they keep at it and grow a platform and expand to other platforms. I'm just saying, like, a lot of people are making comments down here like, you're the next Nikocado Avocado, is this worth your health? You know, this might be the craziest video yet, blah, 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 blah. It's just like excessive amounts of junk food. And you'll see in like multiple videos, so she'll take like 3 videos worth of content from like one meal and then stretch it across multiple videos so that she can like get more for her mukbangs, basically. She gets her mukbang for her buck. So if you look at this, she's got 3 videos of the same videos. She's still eating an excessive amount of food and also gaining weight on camera, and it does come off as hella feederism-esque. But I'm just saying, not every single video is a repeated, like, you know, indulgence. It's just a, like, basically, like, split up video sequence that she's using to make more money. As you can tell, it's a lot of food. It's not healthy for you, etc. Surprise, surprise. Mukbangs that have unhealthy food in them do well online. Who knew? Let's look at a really high view video. I know a lot of people were saying that these were like 2 burritos stuck together. I don't really see that. I think they're just massively sized burritos. But the other thing I have to point out is, as you can see, it's like there's sauce dribbling all over her. It's obviously like, you know, ASMR plus saucy plus sploojums, white stuff all over the place. I prefer a different kind of white stuff, but you know, that's just me. What can I say? But with this, you can obviously tell it's to attract a lot of views. It's to obviously get, like, this is like a 15 million view video. If we go by the math, she can make some decent sums of cash. It's just wild. Like, dude, the amount of money you can make from shilling yourself on, like, mukbangs is just insane. The one thing I can say is maybe she's not actually, like, doing anything compensatory because she's been gaining this weight on camera. But the one thing I see with other mukbangers who are, like, skinny is I see them, like, eating an excessive amount of food, and I'm like, you're doing this, like, every day. And I think to myself, I'm like, you probably have some sort of, like, disordered, you know, eating issue. And I don't want to assume that of everybody because that's not always the case. But I do think that some of these people have, like, bulimia of some kind, or they're doing something compensatory, or they excessively exercise, or they spit out the food, or they restrict themselves in other regards, or, you know, are more reserved with their eating, and then they save it for a mukbang and whatever. I don't know. But, like, I'm just saying, when I see this person, I'm like, this is really disordered behavior. But I'm also like, I don't know if they actually have, like, an eating disorder or anything like that. I don't want to make that assumption of them. But the one thing I think is that this is definitely some kind of, like, want to get the views fetish content, just like Nikocado Avocado. It does come off as very Nikocado Avocado. I don't know if it's because this person has had some drastic and sudden weight gain or what, but it comes off as such. So it's like, at this point, I feel like you really aren't, like, tasting the food. Like, you're tasting it, but, like, you're, like, gulping down those bites, bro. Like, obviously, it's, like, excessively, like, putting the food into your mouth, stuffing your face. And it really does kind of suck, because it's, like, you can't really enjoy the food this way, in my opinion. In some ways, you can if you're, like, starving. But in other regards, you really can't. Like, you're gonna start feeling like crap pretty quick, and you're gonna get a lot of gas and stuff. You're gonna feel like garbage. You know, the typical. But, when it comes to this kind of thing, in the comments sections, again, I feel like I'm choking while watching this. I watched this for lunch. I just got unhungry. All under 5 mins is wild. Because this is like a 4-minute video. And she like pounds the whole fucking thing. Did I forget to mention that I hate the sounds of ASMR? It's becoming more aggressive as we go on. I'm getting so disturbed because it does come off as, like, pretty fetishy. I don't want to, like, just always go, like, oh, it's fetish content. Oh, it's fetish content. This is the kind of content that people, like, get off to, basically. I know it's a very small community of people, but a lot of people do have, like, a weird feederism kink where they basically get off on the idea of somebody eating excessive amounts of food, and gaining weight, and that's where a lot of the belly touching, in my opinion, comes in with the, like, haze community, like those videos of those girls that are, like, just touching their, like, rolls. That's, like, a weird fat fetish kind of thing. So when I see this, I'm like, yeah, it's coming off as pretty, like, excessive, unnecessarily, to appeal to a specific audience that will give you money upon specific requests, and also will view you excessively because your content gets them off. I'm just saying. It's like, bro, she's not even, like, swallowing before she takes another bite. It's, like, psychotic. And the other thing I have to mention is it's, like, you can make an argument, like, oh, she's probably unaware. It's, like, not fetishy. She's just doing this on camera, whatever. No, I don't believe that. I think she's totally aware. I don't think she's ignorant towards the fact that she's indicatively appealing to these kinds of forms of material online. I think she knows exactly what she's doing. And she's very self-aware of the circumstances and her appealing to that kind of market, that more fetish-oriented market. If that's something that she wants to do, she can, but in my opinion, jelly bean sweets, I think it's kind of cringe. I don't like the idea of, like, getting people off online, especially in the wake of, like, eating excessive amounts of food and damaging your health. I think it's really weird. I don't think it's healthy. And, yeah. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. What do you guys think about jelly bean sweets? What do you guys think about basically all mukbangs in general? Do you guys want me to talk about any other mukbang concepts? So yeah, that's the video. Tell me what you think in the comments below, my people, and I hope y'all enjoyed. It has been lovely. Slater!